Hi, I'm Amanda Beard, 7-time medalist. I get my Aquasphere gear at swimoutlet.com, the web's most popular swim shop. Check them out today.
This is the Morning Swim Show for Tuesday, November 1st, 2011. I'm your host, Peter Bush. In the Finis Monitor today, we'll talk to Davis Tarwater. He's one of the best butterflyers in America. He's training for next year's Olympic trials. And Davis joins us right now in the Finis Monitor from Charlotte, North Carolina. Davis, welcome to the show. How you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me, Peter.
All right, explain your training situation, because we see the Swim Mac t-shirt. We know you swim for Swim Mac, but you train sometimes in Tennessee as well, right?
Well, from 2008 to 2009, I trained with Mac Kredich, and he's pretty much singularly responsible for kind of getting my career on a different path. And we worked a lot on stroke technique, and I ended up at Swim Mac a year ago, but I still move in and out of Knoxville fairly regularly with Matt.
So if Matt was so instrumental in taking you to the next level, why not stick with him full time?
Well, I mean, what it really came down to was I got to the point where I really needed other guys around me, and you know, Mac had an unbelievable pro environment, and also I just, in conjunction with Matt, thought that not only was the environment probably more conducive to success at Mac, but Coach Marsh is unbelievable at developing you know, talent, especially as guys get into their you know, later 20s. And so we're kind of working together, but it's really worked out well.
All right, so how's the training going for next year? Obviously, the big goal is trying to make the Olympic team.
So far, so good. You know, we're obviously in a period of heavy volume right now, but everything has been going well, and I'm coming off of a really good summer for me, and so I'm just kind of excited to see where it goes.
It was a good summer for you. Swam very well at Nationals, third in the 2 fly. One thing maybe a little surprising was how well you did in the 100 freestyle. Is that playing into the future plans? Do you think you can make that relay?
I mean, I hope so. I mean, I'm definitely going to train for it and keep it in mind. You know, I took a year off and got my master's, and so I hadn't put in the amount of work in 2010 that, you know, I had in previous years. So I was really excited, and I think kind of having that year off allowed me to kind of reset and, you know, maybe get a little bit bigger in the weight room. And I think the 100 free, the 49.0 leading off the relay is something that you know, I'll definitely have to seriously consider as an event and you know, next year's trials.
What do you think you have to go to make that relay? 48.6, 48.7?
It's tough, you know. I mean, when 8 guys get in there and are churning it up, you know, it sometimes slows the field down a little bit. So I would think 48.7, 48.8 probably makes the team, but you know, it could always be faster.
When you're swimming the 200 fly, trying to qualify for the Olympics, do you want to be next to Phelps, or do you want to be as far away from him as possible?
You know, I have a lot of respect for Michael, and we trained together for 4 years at the University of Michigan. But and so I'm very familiar with what he does and having him around. And frankly, I block him out, and I swim the race that I know how to swim, and just let the chips fall where they may.
I just don't know if, you know, you've got maybe Tyler Clary in lane 5, you're in lane 3 sort of situation. Clary, realistically, the one you're racing for that second spot. I don't know if you want to be right next to that person, or if Phelps is a good rabbit to have in front of you. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't either. You know, when it gets right down to it, I haven't swum my best when I've focused on what other guys are doing. And what I'm trying to do is craft a race plan that's specific to Davis Tarwater and execute. And where the other guys are is sort of got to be inconsequential.
Do you know yet what that race plan looks like?
You know, obviously it's going to be weighted on the last probably 75 meters of the race. In 2008, I didn't finish the race as well as I probably could have, so I got to adapt my training so that I'm coming home under 30 seconds in the last 50.
Under 30 last 50 is kind of what tells you you're having a good swim.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Why no Pan Ams this year?
It was a matter of just staying and wanting to train. I just was needed a little bit of a break after nationals, and then I just wanted to put in big volume this fall and not have any interruption in that. And when I got my master's at Oxford, I wasn't training that year, and I came back, and now I need to put, while I have the ability to do so, while I'm in shape, 3-4 months of work and to make sure I'm in the best shape I can be for next year.
When you're older, do you have to train more or less than when you were like in college?
I think it's just different. You have to focus more on things like stretching, dry land rehab, lifting weights, and probably less time on aerobic threshold style work. That's not to say that you don't hit the yards and you don't hit the intensity, but for me, I have a huge base, and I've worked more on staying healthy, staying fit, than I have just slogging it out.
You are going to be involved in this pro league, correct? We talked
Correct.
to Bobby Savulich last week. He was telling us all about it. Sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'm really excited, and honestly, this is Bobby's baby. It's a brainchild of the Michigan staff up there, but mainly Bobby, and he's done an unbelievable job putting it together. And I really like how it's something that comes from the athletes. The athletes got together and they said, we wanted a little something different. We want to get together, exchange ideas, maybe make a little money. And I think this meet is kind of the groundwork for that idea. And I think hopefully in the future we can, obviously include women, and obviously, maybe rotate the site of this kind of meet. But I think it's a really cool thing, and I'm just really glad to be a part of it.
What did you study at Oxford?
Technically, it was Latin American studies. I studied basically the inter-American trade, economics, and sort of international diplomacy.
Latin American studies, and you passed up the chance to go to Guadalajara last week, man.
I did. I'm kind of kicking myself over it because I see the Pan Am's coming on ESPN and whatnot, and it looked like a really cool meet. But I thought our team represented the U.S. really well, and I know the guys from Swim Mac that went down there, Kevin and Eugene, represented us really well. So I couldn't be more proud about that.
Now, I know your family has a long history of studying law. Your grandpa was even Attorney General of the state of Alabama. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
That's
cool. Correct. He was the Attorney General. He was charged with integrating schools when Wallace segregated them. So he was also a civil rights activist and a great man. And my father is also an attorney. So I don't know whether law school is in the cards for me, but we'll see. I know I have another year of this. So right now I'm a swimmer.
Well, you're making your mark. Doesn't matter if it's different than outside of the courtroom or whatever. You're making your mark.
Oh, thanks.
Well, thanks a lot for joining us. Good luck with what's going to be a busy next 9 or 10 months.
All right, great. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
All right, that's Davis Tarwater joining us in the Finish Monitor from Charlotte, North Carolina. That is it for today's show. I'm Peter Bush, reminding you to keep your head down at the finish.